So hey guys, what's up? I hope everyone is okay. This is Steve Biko. Shout out to the Lazy Tellers fam. Shout out to everyone that's been subscribing. We appreciate the support and the love. So if you haven't showed the love yet, you can subscribe, you can like, you can share the videos, you can share your thoughts. Because with the Lazy Tellers, we're here to tell the truth. Not for likes. We're not here for likes, but the algorithm, the technology, the AI that is used in these phones, they're the ones that kind of promote certain content, and this is the kind of content that needs to go out there. So this video is from a playlist called Spirit Science. This one is going to speak about unconscious monsters. So unconscious monsters are basically, energies that is done without mind, that are from the fourth dimension. So I'm going to speak about afterlife things, because in the last video we're speaking about how to get to heaven. So that explains how to purify and ascend, to other dimensions. And if you're still here, there's other things and other entities that you're living with that are not just, human, so there's a lot of entities out there. So these monsters, you've seen them in movies, stories, but they actually exist, because it's quite interesting that other people are given sight, so they can see things and they can be able to tell the story through their works, so movies is a form of art also, because in the olden days you had to draw, or write, but some of the books are based on poetry, because some ideas are expressed in metaphors, they're not directly, nude or naked, they kind of have to be hidden in mystery there so that they can become more insightful or tasteful, because as a human, when I speak about a dimension and all those things, as a living vessel or body, you navigate through the world through your senses, right? So in your senses, there's things that you can pick up, you can feel, you can hear, you can see, that are not exactly from this physical realm, based on your level of consciousness or your identity or what you know about yourself or how you move, right? So with unconscious monsters, there's things like zombies, monsters. What are these things? I think, let me just look. There's monsters, right? It's unconscious monsters, there's demons, ghosts, skeletons, vampires, zombies, right? So these are actual living things, right? And they get created from your experiences, and there's already other entities that exist that have been way before you, right? It's just that based on how they feed, because they're on a different chain, on the food chain, not physical. They don't feed off certain things. They feed off certain habits or mindlessness, So zombies, they eat brains, for example, they just feed off they like parasitic energies that feed off like what you can do with your mind, the habits. Because these things are advanced, it may seem like they dumb down like for kids and play and for small boys and all those things, but ghosts, skeletons, vampires, demons, they all exist, they all exist. And just understanding yourself and why they come around, because they always have to feed. The same way you have to like buy food and eat, they also have to have food and eat, because they are alive. They need something to feed on to stay alive. So in the afterlife, it's not just about what you had, what you owned. It's about your own essence. That's why the journey of ascension was important. So if you don't go on that journey, then you have imaginary friends, that are around you, that control your experiences, your life, or what you like, what you don't like, or the kind of, things that you'll be attracted to, or things that will always be in your circle, because now you're not living alone, so with these things, it's quite interesting because of now understanding that there's influences, right? So if you're not in control, you're being controlled. It's that simple. Because you are a temple, you are a vessel, you are a property, you live inside your body, and you need to take care of your body. If you don't take care of your body, you'll be uninvited guest. This is why they say cleanliness is next to godliness. So the more you purify yourself, the more there's space for actual pure energy. But if there's no pure energy, there's other entities that come uninvitedly, because they are on the hunt. It's a survival thing. It's a jungle thing, So survival is an intelligence inside it that is beyond human in itself, So the understanding of certain things, it depends on how well you've put in your energy to understand the world that you live in and who you are, because that's actually what makes the difference in the quality of life, or where you are in the stages of your inside dimensions, because because I've explained in a lot of videos how there's nature and the system, right? So now at this stage you will probably had a clarity to understand to say, okay, here's why this thing happens at this time or that and that and that. Because now with the fourth dimension, it's basically, where you can be able to clear out, or transition or heal or get stuck or stay in the loop, because that's the shadow realm. So already, if you're not aware of the what happens, what's happening, or why, if there's no purpose or no understanding or no reason, it's just chaos, confusion, or loops all the time. Loops all the time. So yeah, so now, with these unconscious monsters like skeletons or whatever, they're all based on basic stuff. So if you'd like, a session, or like some stuff that's gonna help you clear out or gain powers, or how to overcome, or how to, like, let go, or how to transition into other states, because they since they're alive, there's a way that you can use them, because you have to control them. If you're not in control of them, they're going to control you. It's that simple. It's a power dynamic. So you were given dominion, but if you're not using it, there's powers that already understand that, okay, that's why a zombie, would feed on your brains and stuff, so yeah. Then yeah, so basically, skeletons and ghosts and all those things are all expressions of your unmanifested desires. So if you don't, if you have regrets, for example, that's why maybe you will have, like, a skeleton or a ghost, because you're not at peace. A part of you hasn't acknowledged their own desires, and that desire exists beyond your own self. So now, because of it's always hanging around you, it's haunting you or whatever. So that's now what happens if you don't fulfill your own desire or your own truth as an existence. If you don't come to terms with that or deal with it, you're always running away, hiding, or feel victimized. So obviously, when you're in a fourth density, if you're not using your own power, because now obviously you have powers now, because if I'm really speaking about the fourth dimension, you must understand that you're not limited by your own experiences. It's like when you go through upgrades, there's certain things you could do in certain times, and there's certain things that you couldn't do in certain times. So yeah, so now what's going on is that, with dealing with these entities, you must understand your shadow, do shadow work, your desires, your regrets, your things that kind of pull you. So you either become the puppet or the puppeteer of the ventriloquist, right? So as long as you are not in control or aware of your own energy, then you are basically in the food chain, and you're either being harvested, or you're about to go through certain experiences, and you're not basically living up to your full potential, and you become a space, you harbor these entities, so you shouldn't do that. But yeah, that's just understanding unconscious monsters, how they operate, what makes them come alive, and how to kind of gain control over them, depending on what kind of imaginary friend you have. Could be a zombie, a vampire, a ghost, a skeleton, or other demons that exist. So knowing fairly well how they operate, because nature of survival, it's an intelligence, so you have to kind of be in control. So it's a journey. So if you forfeit your journey in your own ascension, you're comfortable where you are, you must understand that purification is important. So shout out when you answer this call. I hope everyone is cool. Peace.